have made it to the end of April. That is wild to me. Um, Welcome everyone to Live Journaling with Trish. I am your girl Trish, and we are in week 8 of our Becoming Her journey. I see you guys. Some of you guys have downloaded the free um, prompt book, and so thank you guys for that. As I stated, it is absolutely free. I'm not receiving anything from it. Not that I'm looking to, because I am absolutely not. But sometimes people will say, "Well, um, we have this. We're giving this away for free," and then you find out you have all of these fine print stuff. Well, that's not the case here. So make sure you go to trishstandley.com and go scroll all the way down to the bottom, fill out the form, and just let me know you want the link, and I can send it to you that way. Or you can go to my Instagram, which is Trish Standley TV, and my link tree is in there. So you can go in there and just once you, I want to say I put it on the top so it will be easy to access. So you can go and while you're over there, follow me. You're welcome to come and share and hang out with us over there as well. So I have a few announcements before we jump right in for today. We have some new items coming to the Trish's Treasures shop on Etsy. So make sure you go over there, Trish's Treasures Finds on Etsy, um, and check us out. I have actually have a photo shoot coming up this Sunday, so we will be adding some new pieces. Not they're not up yet, but they will be up in another week or so. But if you want to go over there and check out what we have currently, feel free to do that. We are bringing in, we have a lot of custom pieces there currently. The pieces that we have now, they are definitely going to be um, custom pieces, but they're not going to be as custom. So usually with customs, you have to get measured and all that kind of stuff. This, you won't necessarily, these new pieces, you won't necessarily have to be measured. All you got to do is know your size, and then we will send those pieces out, and they are more economical. Custom pieces are going to cost more, as they should. But new pieces that I have coming out, they are not custom pieces in that sense. But they're always customly designed and made for you, from me, from my heart. At any rate, I don't know if any of you got a chance to check out the Michael Jackson movie. I had an opportunity to do that this past weekend, opening weekend. I was able to go, and it was just a day, a moment of nostalgia because just all the songs, and I didn't really necessarily learn anything new, and I don't think you will learn anything new about Michael that you didn't know, especially if you are a true Michael Jackson fan. However, it was very good, and it took me back down memory lane with a lot of his music up until I want to say they got to maybe like the so it's gonna be a part two, probably a part three as well. But when they sang "Human Nature," that's all I needed, and it was like his nephew looked so much like him, you would get confused and lost in certain moments. But when he was performing "Human Nature," which is my by far my favorite Michael Jackson song of all time, that just did it for me. So I really enjoyed the movie. Much success to his family, and they said it's been 16 years. I think they said since he's been gone, and it doesn't even seem like it. So just really excited. If you haven't seen the movie, go and check it out. Like I said, it is not going to be anything new that you see or that you learn, possibly, depending on how much of a fan you are. But it's so worth the time and going back down memory lane, if you will. I do want to share, I've been sharing that I've been doing Pilates. And so last week was the first week that I did Pilates on Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. But what I wanted to share is that I tried the bar. We did that on Sunday. When I tell you everything is sore, everything is sore, but I loved every moment of it. So if you are interested in doing Pilates, I would try it out. I would go and check out YouTube videos to make sure you know what you're getting into. But then start out um, slow and make sure you find a good studio or gym that you can go to where they actually really teach you very good. Um, uh, Not positioning, that's not the word I want to say. Y'all know what I mean. I can't think of the word. Your posture and all of that. You want to go someone where they know exactly what you should be doing, where your feet should be, where your breathing should be, and all that. You just want to be safe. And then I'm going to be trying towers Saturday. Can't wait to tell you about that. We are currently doing our Queen 4 Day. If you don't know, I'm the host of Trish Standley TV, and every year for the last 4 years, we have been doing our Queen 4 Day contest. And so we are kicking that off for 2026. The contest started actually on Monday, this past Monday, but we are going all the way until Sunday, which is Mother's Day. All you have to do, if you want to nominate yourself, feel free. But if there's a woman in your life who you want to just really bless, kiss on, honor, we want to bring her on and pamper her. I have a glam squad who's just ready, rearing to go, so that we can give her a day of pampering and making her feel very special. We title that Queen for a Day, and that's exactly how we treat her, like she's the queen that she is. So feel free to nominate the woman and the queen in your life, or you can nominate yourself. That's fine. Go to trishstanley.com. It's one stop shop. Go to trishstanley.com. Go to the comments section and let me know that you are nominating your loved one for the contest. My team, after this live, I'm getting together with my board because I started a nonprofit, and this is one of the things I'm going to be doing with my nonprofit called A Holla Kind of Love. We're going to get together and we're going to talk about particulars and just kind of get excited and get the day planned out and mapped out what we want it to look like, what we want to be able to present um, to our queen once we are appointed. We will be making the decision as a board and making that announcement coming up. We do have the new season of Trish Standley TV that's going to be taping the second Saturday in June. I probably will make the announcement around about that time. So be on the lookout for that. What else? I'm going to move really quickly. I already stated about the prompt book, Becoming Her, trishstanley.com to get your free downloadable copy there. I talked about the new season. Oh, I was on the podcast, Kicking It with Kiki. I did an interview with her that is out today. You have got to go while you're here on YouTube, guys. You've got to go to Kicking It with Kiki. Today's date, you'll see my picture here. And check out the interview. I shared a lot of new things that I had not shared in previous interviews. So I really want you guys to go and check it out and give me some feedback and let me know what you think. All right? Those are all my announcements. And so I wanted to jump into our topic for today, which is a very, 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 very good, excellent topic. I always say I use the biblical principle that write the vision, make it plain. And that's part of the reason why I am such a huge journal list. Might as well say I'm a journalist. The reason why I love to journal so much is because I believe in writing it down and making it plain. And in journaling, you get the opportunity to do that. And so the topic for today is vision. What is a vision? Um, Without vision, we perish. If we don't know where we're going and what we're doing, what we're trying to do, we will perish. We'll just be stuck. And and in that place of being stuck your entire life is just not what I deem sanity is. Because how can you be here and live all of these years that God bless you to live on this planet, breathing the air that you breathe, having the life that you live, and you have no vision over what it is that God has for you to do or what your assignment is. So it's very important to allow that to be your first prayer, your first request, um, and petitioning the God that you believe into allowing you to see the vision and the purpose that He has placed on your life. None of us are here by default. We are all here in birth for a purpose. And so once you align with that, once you realize what that is and you know what it is without the shadow of a doubt, Ain't nobody out here who can tell you anything different from what you know for yourself. And so that's why it's important to have a vision. We have 4 prompts that we're going to be addressing on today's topic, which is vision. The first prompt is, if my life reflected my deepest calling, what would it look like? And I really feel like, and then now I'll take that back, because I was going to say, I feel like all of us kind of sort of know, but God does give us hints, because He will give us hints in the sense of our gifting. What are we good at? What do we, what is it in our life, or what service, active service, what ability do we have? What talent do we have that we would do and do and do, regardless of whether we got paid or not? That's a silent hint of what could be attached to your purpose and your vision. Okay. Again, I will repeat, if my life reflected my deepest calling, what would it look like? My deepest calling, my spiritual gift, is the gift of encouragement. And so, no matter what I'm doing, whether I'm writing music, whether I'm doing my talk show, whether I am doing my clothing line, whether I'm doing my nonprofit, I know that my bottom line is the voice of an encourager. So that's what I need to look like. I can't be out here doing what I do and then my show is ratchet and I'm talking about beating up this girl and just a lot of foolishness. That goes against the core of who I am and who I've been called to be, which is an encourager. Now, I could be I could serve in that way, in a negative way, but I know that that is not my purpose. It is definitely not my vision. Okay. The next prompt is, what dream have I postponed out of fear or timing? And I will tell you this. This is an area where I speak on and I've spoken on often. I don't really pray and ask God for finances, um, to be rich, to be wealthy. My prayers have always been, God, bless me with ideas. Because I feel like if God gives me ideas, He's going to equip me with whatever it is. If it's something He's giving me, if this is an idea that He's giving me, He's going to equip me with what I need in order to walk that out. And I will say this: we want instantaneousness in any and everything that we do, even if it's a call, even when it's a call, even because it's a call, and even because it's a vision, and even because it is a purpose. It does not mean that you can't walk it out unless you got a budget of $100,000. It doesn't mean that you just go jump out there prematurely and put out mess either. It means that you tarry over that thing, you perfect that thing, and you start exactly where you are. If you say your vision and your purpose is to pour into women, I can share my own story. That was my vision, and that was that is my purpose, that is my call, to be able to be an encourager of positivity to women. So what did I do? I started on Blog Talk Radio, and I did it for the free 30 minutes that they gave me. And I did that for over a year until God blessed me to go to the next level. Not only was He blessing me to go to the next level financially, but that year and a half, I was able to do my homework. I did a lot of mess ups and slip ups. I was able to position myself. This is my voice right here in this space. It was schooling for me during that time. So don't take it lightly that you have to get on and do Facebook lives because they're free, or Instagram lives, or YouTube lives because they're free. You start somewhere. I always say, do it to the best of your ability and to the best of your budget. So if you know your budget is free right now, well, you rock out every platform you can rock out until you're elevated to go to the next level. That's what I'm saying. At the same time, I'm saying, don't wait and say, I ain't doing anything until somebody sow a seed of $50,000 or $20,000. Those are two total extremes on each end. Do what you can do now. Get started now. Even if it's I don't know. Whatever it is, start doing it now. So I'm going back to this prompt. What dream have I postponed out of fear or timing? And fear is so paralyzing. It is so paralyzing. Trust me. I started out this year doing these lives out of fear. I do TV, yes, but these lives are different from TV. Like I stated on my show, I'm able to pull out of my guest. I pour in a little, but I'm pulling out of the guest so that they can pour into my listeners, my viewers. During times, I'm able to share a piece of what I'm going through, my journey, but I don't spend all that time on me because it's about my guests. These, it's all about me. It's all me. It ain't nobody else. And so for me, I was fearful in that. I felt like me being vulnerable to the world is a no no. And so I kept this promise to myself in January 2026. And now here we are in week 8, really week 9, because we doubled up on 1 week, week 9. And I'm so comfortable now. It's not even it's like an afterthought now. And so this is what needs to happen. You gotta work it out. You gotta practice it. You gotta perfect it in front of everybody and be vulnerable and be okay with that. Okay. But do not allow fear to handicap you and cause you to pause. If you feel like that is something that is handicapping you and stopping you, maybe we need to. And I don't know, do I have one in here? No, I don't. Maybe I do need to add fear in a week, for a week, because it's a real thing. It really is a real thing, and it's nothing to be taken lightly. Okay, so we're going to repeat that one again. What dream have I postponed out of fear or timing? The next prompt is, what does flourishing truly look like for me? And I want you to go beyond money and fame. Go deeper than that. My attitude is, if I don't go, and has always been, if I don't go any further than the following I have now, if I'm not able to monetize YouTube and Facebook and all of that, I'm still going to do what I do. That isn't what I deem as success. What I deem as success is getting the call, walking in purpose, attaining and following that vision. That is a level of success for me. I think all the other stuff will come if it's purpose for you or not. And if that isn't purpose for me, I thank God for Him leading and getting me and having me in the place that He has me in. That's how I feel. And then the last prompt is, what vision keeps returning to my heart? And that's deep. And I really want you to journal that. And I want you to spend some time in that. Because anything that keeps regurgitating itself to you, it is screaming at you to pay attention. It is screaming at you. And even though you might not think it's the time or the right time, that doesn't mean that purpose deems that it's not the right time. If it keeps regurgitating itself, start doing your research. Like I said, even in fear, start small, because usually in fear, we're thinking, okay, this thing is too big for me.